This one really is the biggest struggle that I have in people's lives, my life included, and the people closest to me too. Resting. I have people who are amazing people. We all have these incredible things that we do. And then we get to a place where everything starts to slow down. And even the most exciting things don't excite us. And if you know me, it's like, Sean, you never, ever, ever stop talking about this. Well, we need to understand how important it is and how scriptural it is. Hebrews 4, verse 10, Amplified. For he who has once entered God's rest also has ceased from the weariness and pain of human labors, just as God rested from those labors, particularly his own. Now, this is the Godhead giving us an indication what might be required. Now, if we might miss it, here's a little footnote. In fact, it's the next verse. Let us therefore be zealous and exert ourselves and strive diligently to, that's like a whole package. Just think of doing like an Ironman. Just think of doing an Ironman. It's what is it? It's a very special friend of mine gave it to me when I coached him and helped him achieve the Ironman. I don't run it. You run it. Back to the point. Massive point. If you're running an Ironman, this is what you will be doing. You will be zealous and you will exert yourself and you will strive diligently. It's not just strive, it's diligent. Diligent meaning continue. Be faithful. Stick to it. Do not compromise. Carry on doing what you're doing because you are required to enter that rest of God, to know and experience it for ourselves, that no one may fall or perish by the same kind of belief. Zealous, exert, strive, be diligent. For what? To enter that rest of God. To know and experience it for ourselves. That no one may fall or perish by the same kind of unbelief and disobedience into which those in the wilderness fell. God's people, God's nation, unbelievers, they didn't believe what the Father was trying to tell them. How sad is that? That somebody as Moses does all these great and wonderful things. He does this work of God. He helps people get rescued out of the wilderness, and he can't go into his promised land because of his personal disobedience before the Father. It's saying that God will treat us as unbelievers if we do not experience the same rest as he did. And that same rest was? He ceased from the weariness and pain of human labors, just as God rested from those labors, particularly his own. Wow. Resting is extremely important. I can never, ever say it enough to us. I'm included in that. In resting, what happens? Well, in your life, I'm not doing what I should be doing. There's things to be done. This is not going to happen. This world can't continue without me. It's amazing how a friend of mine landed up in China with a virus, and I think he was in hospital for 6 months. He said, Sean, it's amazing how the world can actually do without me. And on top of it, I can catch up on, I think it was about 5,000 emails. What is wrong with us? What is wrong with us? I'm going to tell you what's wrong with us. Just this. Disobedience. Obey the Lord, and we will live a long life, content and safe from harm. And he's turning around and saying, do as I did. Enter, strive, focus on, make a plan to rest. My recommendation is this. Take some time out for you, at least once a week. Every 3 months, go away for a weekend or take a weekend off. Every 6 months, go away for a good couple of days. And whatever you do, make sure it's void of human labors that you do normally. So if you want to call it your Sabbath, you can call it your Sabbath. Jesus is our Sabbath, and we enter into the rest in him. In that place where we only focus on whose we are and who he is. Till next time.